Anyway, so we should probably move on because, you know, you guys got a film to go to. Well, mate's got a film, Sean's got work, I've got to pick up prescription.
I got work in 9 hours.
Okay, well, maybe we're not in a rush for Sean, but mate, we are.
So,
right then.
Now we talk about the three.
Yes. The three musketeers are next. No, not. Oh my god,
that's the thumbnail. Just all the teased characters in 3 musketeer outfits.
Yes, there you go, people. That's the. You wonder why this weird image? Sean is the reason.
That is brilliant.
All right then. So we got 3 teased characters, and I did look into matchups that they're most popular for. But we're not going to talk about one of them. Well, we're not going to talk about the matchup for this one character, because I think we do kind of need to admit something. So, one of the teased characters was Trunks from Dragon Ball. So, first his dad gets into a death battle, dies. Let's hope Trunks doesn't do the same. But we already know the fight he's going to get. This was unfortunately leaked to us by one of our mates.
Fucking Steve.
Fucking Steve!
So who's going this time?
Look, any hype I would have had for Trunks died earlier this year.
Yeah, the matchup that we got spoiled on, like, I should make it clear though, this wasn't intentional by our friend. They're just a bit of a blabbermouth, but you know, we love him for it.
And it merely also might have spoiled, and leaked, Batman vs. Iron Man, Korra vs. Storm, and, to me personally, Blake vs. Mikasa during Season 7.
Yeah, so, you know, don't get us wrong, you know, episodes have been leaked before, but, you know, us lads try and stay out of spoiler territory. Hell, I was able to avoid all the Last of Us Part 2 spoilers for a long time before playing it. So,
heck, we don't really trust the leaks anyway. Like, what we brought up back in Bond versus Wick was the fact that someone apparently said it was leaked that it was 2D sprite style.
yeah.
And that turned out to not be true.
Although
whenever I see things titled leak,
there is another leak. It. There's another leak I heard about. One of the tease characters confirms that one.
Alright then, yeah. But I guess we should kind of talk about Trunks, like, what is our opinion about Trunks getting to the death match, what our opinion on that character is, so...
Here's what I'll say about Trunks. The only thing I don't like about him is his name. I hate his name. Like, you got an anime character and you name him after boxer briefs.
I mean, that's the point of the Briefs family.
Yeah, not only that...
I know, but it's still stupid.
Still, most of the main characters are named after fruits and vegetables. Like, Goku in his, you know, his Saiyan tongue is Kakarot, which is carrots. And Piccolo is, which I originally thought was a pickle, but apparently it's based off, like, a real musical instrument.
Yeah.
I didn't
And also
know that.
a lot of the Namekians are either, like, instruments, slug, snail.
Yeah, but
Is that racist, calling them slugs? Hashtag cancel
One
your
of them
only
is
mate.
named Lord Slug.
Jesus Christ.
Hashtag cancel your only mate.
As I was gonna
That's
say,
the name of a character. I mean, yeah, he's non canon, but still.
Discrimination. Anyway, so... yeah, Sean, continue. What was your thoughts on Trunks as a character?
That's the only thing I don't like about him is his name. But other than that, it was cool when you see him for the first time.
Oh, that moment is so cool.
The mysterious Saiyan with a sword who blows up Frieza. Nice. And I've always thought Trunks was pretty cool, though. Like, honestly. I loved the design. I loved the gimmick he had. Granted, he doesn't have a lot of transformations, but, like, who needs them?
Yeah, he has Super Saiyans 1 and 2. He's got that mode where he, like, increases his physical power but sacrifices speed, so it's kind of useless. And there's that Berserker form in Super that it hasn't really been explained.
A lot of things in the in manga and Super have not been explained.
See, I haven't seen it, but as soon as you said Berserker, I'm like, so wait, he's got that strange armored guts, does?
Jesus.
This might surprise a few people, because if you guys have watched me for a long time, you know I'm a bit of a Dragon Ball fan, despite the fact these two didn't know about it. I'm probably gonna get more flack for this. I really don't like Trunks. Not even his abridged version. I really don't like him.
Okay. Is it as bad as you not liking Thor?
I'd say it's on par with not liking Thor.
Gee, Bill hating characters who start with the letter T. Coincidence? I think not.
But, here's the thing. I don't think Trunks is a badly written character. I do enjoy his story arc, but I'm not sure what it is about him, but his fighting style is not that interesting to me, and he honestly comes off as very whiny and boring and just aggravating a lot of the time. The moments where I'm just like, oh my god, shut up, you whiner. I definitely prefer, you know, Trunks, like young Trunks in Dragon Ball at the moment, but future Trunks just...
That's a hot take.
Yeah, I know, right? But future Trunks, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, I know, I'm in the minority when I say that, but I just really do not like Trunks. You know, whether he wins or loses his next time, I'm neutral on wherever. You know, if he dies, I'll be like, oh no. Anyway, last week. Or he wins, and I'll just be like, great. Just throw some ripped paper as confetti.
The same paper that came out when you had to do the losing bet for Vegeta.
Oh, listen, that came out ages ago. And you know, when it came out,
I'd be more disturbed if you still had it.
And what's even funnier is when I looked down at it, it said, why? Written on it.
I thought it would say pride.
Pride. Yes, I flushed my pride down the toilet. I didn't expect to be talking about my poop in this episode.
And as you guys can tell, Sean is awake now.
Anyway, should I talk about my thoughts?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Before we move on to a character I'm excited about.
Okay, so Trunks, I think he's plenty cool. I like him in Dragon Ball Z. I like him in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Kaiser Neko does a great job. That's the only thing I might cool about with him showing up. And the other factor is that he's likely going to be voiced by Kaiser again. I think he does a great job. I do think he was done super dirty in Dragon Ball Super, though. Because the end of the Goku Black arc,
He kind of had his moment
timeline, his timeline is destroyed, and he's just meant to go to another timeline where another version of him exists, but he can't interact with anyone. Like, he can't do anything.
What was Akira thinking when he wrote that? Akira, sorry.
I don't know. Like, what was stopping him from just staying in the present?
Yeah, like, as much as I don't like Trunks, like, as much as I really enjoyed the Goku Black arc, like, that was a really interesting arc, and Evil Goku and, you know, Samazu, and, you know, seeing future Trunks again, despite I wasn't a big fan of him, was kind of interesting to see what they did with him. But
I could answer that question in 4 simple words, mate, since it was the end of the Goku Black arc.
oh, let me just get that image for the video.
Oh, you mean it's the negative Speed Force?
Still, I rest my case.
It was Reverse Flash all along. It was me, Trunks. I caused Goku
was
Black
the one.
to destroy your universe.
And also so I could fuck your mom.
Oh my god. That's canon now.
Would.
I made a mistake taking a drink.
That's canon now. The Reverse Flash caused the Goku Black Art to have a shit ending.
You know what? No, he's holding the hope of anime fans. Sorry, was that important?
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, yeah, but... Okay, yeah, in short, yeah, Trunks, I may have not liked him, but I also agree, like... He was dicked over. I don't know what the writers were thinking. I feel like that must have been a rushed ending. Like, they weren't going to make their deadline, so they must have cut out a lot what was going to happen. That's what I think. Regardless, though, Trunks is coming. We know the fight he's going to do. Yeah, each one of us are salty for different reasons about Trunks getting in.
I don't like.
None of us are gonna
like
be happy.
I don't like the match because I was spoiled on it. Is what you mean?
Okay, I thought I was just go with the names. That's what he said. But you know what? I'm willing to. If the fight is good, then thumbs up all around. But I don't know. I feel like Vegeta vs. Floor is so far the best Dragon Ball matchup we've had this season.
So far, it's my favorite episode.
It's the only Dragon Ball fight we've had this season.
Well, if you love it, you should put a ring on it. And speaking of rings, oh my goodness! Finally, this franchise is getting into Death Battle. Yes, Lord of the Rings.
Did you expect it to be this character?
It's Sauron, and no, I was thinking it was either going to be Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, or Gandalf. Not Frodo or Sam. If they got into this and they were representing Lord of the Rings for Death Battle, I would have been sad.
Well, if it was Frodo, then he would have been fucked.
Yeah,
I was going to say, what if it was Gollum, though?
Oh, who could Gollum fight? Freaking, I don't know.
Dobby from Harry Potter.
Yes, I will kill the Dobby. Dobby does not fear little Gimli. Gimli? I put their names together, and that was a weird combination. By the way, what do you think of my impression of those two characters?
Not bad.
Yeah,
thanks.
I mean, to be fair, that's what most people do when it comes to episodes. They just combine the names of characters.
But then, oh yeah, that's a weird trend that I've been seeing lately. But yes, Sauron, he's a person you don't fuck with, all right?
Mel, your joy is how I felt when Mikasa was teased. Not just like, oh my god, Blake vs. Mikasa, it's happening, but just the Attack on Titan was being wrapped.
Yeah, because here's the awkward thing about Sauron. I don't really have a most wanted for him. Now, I will say, if they did go with this one obscure idea, and they did Darth Sidious versus Sauron, it's one-sided as fuck, but, my Star Wars fandom, and it'll be like with Obi-Wan versus Kakashi. Not my first choice, but I love both franchises enough. Seeing them interact would be amazing. Sadly, though, I don't think it is going to be Darth Sidious, because his most popular matchup is the Lich King. No, not the one from Adventure Time. The one from World of Warcraft, right?
Yes.
And
I will also just reference that they did do a community death battle with Sauron and Darth Vader.
Yeah, that rip Anakin.
Because they had Blaine and Chris on, and one's a massive Star Wars fan, the other's a massive Lord of the Rings fan.
I'm very curious. What was that argument for Darth Vader? What was he going to do to Sauron?
I can't remember, but I know one question was brought up was just well, what if Vader gets tempted by the ring?
Then Sauron's alive. Yeah, that's actually true. Even if you kill him, as long as his ring is still about, which can't be destroyed by normal means, it can only be destroyed where it was created, then, yeah, I'm very interested to see how they're going to do Sauron. Because here's the thing that's awkward about Sauron. He is a badass villain. I remember as a kid being in the theaters, seeing them fight all those orcs, thinking, okay, that's pretty cool. Then you just see this big guy with a mace, and he's just decimating armies with a medium effort swing. Have you noticed that in the film? He's not putting that much force into his swing.
That force because I mentioned Vader.
Oh, okay. I was starting to think well, I don't get it. But yeah, Sauron's a foe to not mess with. Even when his finger got cut off and he couldn't be in his armored form anymore, because I think Shadow of Mordor actually expanded upon more about Sauron's that he's an elf lord. And
I think most people know Sauron just from this image alone.
Yeah, the image where yeah, okay, yeah, the Eye of Sauron, yeah.
God damn it. Sorry, I saw that and immediately thought of a suspect joke.
Oh, I know what you're gonna just say it, but be quick.
Sam, am I the only one who thinks it looks like a giant flaming... No, Mr. Frodo. You're not.
Do we even have any more dignity at this point? Do we just steal jokes?
Hey, we get our stuff stolen first.
That's true.
Well.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's YouTube. Everybody steals from everybody.
That is also true. But anyway, so Sauron is a powerful force to be reckoned with, and everyone in Mordor, including his own army, fears him because he is just that powerful. In one of the Shadow of Mordor games, Celebrimbor managed to essentially control his entire army when he had the Ring of Power. But when he was about to kill Sauron, Sauron just went, "Arrogant fool, did you really think you could control me? What's yours has always been mine!" And he just takes control of his entire army. After they were just brainwashed, it's like, oh, so even without the ring, he still has that power. It's like, okay. So, the Lich King, that's his most popular request. I would like to go into more about Sauron, but it'll just be me fanboying just like with Doctor Doom, and we don't have time for that, sadly. When the episode's out.
So...
Okay, what would be your response if it was Sauron versus Doom?
I'll be honest, that would be my favourite episode. But we had Lex Luthor versus Doctor Doom, so, you know, I'll both be excited, but also thinking, okay, you're kind of ruining Doctor Doom a little.
Foot dive.
Oh my god, oh my gosh, I would love to see someone do an animated sprite fight and they actually do that to Sauron. Just seeing them get hit by a foot dive, it's hilarious.
I am on fire today, just like Sauron.
Okay, but Lich King, what is that character's origin story? And I'm assuming it's similar to Sauron, you know, there's a power that allows him to essentially be unstoppable, but it got taken away from him, and his life is attached to it. That's what I'm just assuming.
The Lich King was the master and lord of the Scourge in his realm.
Right.
Pronunciation's hard. I haven't played Warcraft in years.
Okay,
But
fair
she
enough.
ruled telepathically through his helm of domination from his throne atop the Ice-Crowned Citadel.
Okay, so that is very similar to Sauron with, you know, the Eye of Sauron watching over.
Right.
I'm assuming he's also very powerful. If you know, he's held up in high regard as one of the best characters in World of Warcraft.
Considering he's probably regarded as the hardest boss of the game, yeah.
Makes sense, really. I mean,
And
that's
he
the
is
same
a
Lord of the Rings.
combination. He's a combination of a Death Knight and a Necromancer.
Ooh, interesting. I guess Sauron's kind of like that as well. He can resurrect people, but he finds it easier just to, you know, just make new orcs or Urukai. I know, there's different variations of orcs in Lord of the Rings. It's a headache.
I mean, yeah, he's technically also undead, so that'll be interesting to see if like that kind of magic in Lord of the Rings will work on undead.
I mean, there was that sword that can hurt the undead, but I'm not sure Sauron has that. I mean, he might have that power, I don't know.
I have a question in regards to the whole Sauron being alive thing. How long does it take for him to come back?
Well, here's the thing, because Lord of the Rings is getting a TV show on Amazon, which might even dive further into his origin. But the whole idea of Sauron, from what I gathered from games and some of the lore that I've read online, is that technically Sauron's life is attached to the One Ring. So even if you were to kill him, he is still alive, because his soul is part of the ring. And if he was to... he can essentially take over people, and, you know, he could essentially get a new body. So I guess it...
Oh, so it'd be like if someone picked up Soul Edge and became a new Nightmare.
I guess so. Maybe that could be in the next episode. Who knows? Maybe they'll throw another curveball, because that would also be a pretty fun episode. Nightmare is a very similar character. I mean, to be fair though, I feel like Guts versus Nightmare though is, you know, based. So I don't know. I feel I'm more happy with a new franchise and another new franchise going at it. We haven't had World of Warcraft before, haven't we?
We also haven't had Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's what I'm excited. And you know, Sauron being the first representation for Lord of the Rings, just yes, get the big boy.
I think it definitely makes sense for these two to be represented, because I remember back in the day, I forget the name of it, but there was a big dragon from Warcraft that people wanted to fight, Alduin from Skyrim.
Yeah. Wait, was he requested to fight one of them?
Yeah, I forget the specific name of that one.
Oh wait, are you talking about a completely different matchup? I thought you were saying like Alduin was requested to fight Sauron. I was like, really?
Oh,
Sauron?
No, they wanted
Sauron's killed
Alduin.
dragons.
Yeah, they wanted Alduin to fight the dragon from World of Warcraft.
Right, okay. Who knows? I like Alduin. He's a pretty interesting villain. But speaking of villains, though, we should probably move on to another character I'm excited about. One of my favourite villains growing up. Black Adam.
Hooray! The Rock!
I knew you were going to reference that. He's also Crypto now, so... okay, so yes. I'm a bit of a Shazam fan. I'm more of a Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman type of fan, but Shazam's also a really cool character. But his villain...
Wait, he plays cryptocurrency?
Oh, I knew you were going to make that joke.
Can we also just
nice.
make the joke that this is the obligatory tie-in episode?
Oh yeah, like it's clear they did this movie because maybe Warner Bros were like, "Hey, we got that Black Adam film coming out. Can you put this out?"
I mean, look at the multiverse.
And that's also
cover.
yeah. There's also Black Adam being confirmed for that.
Which stripe?
Oh my goodness! When I saw Black Adam, I was like, "Okay." Then I saw the Gremlin. I was like, "No."
So Black Adam is the evil counterpart to Shazam in layman's terms.
Yeah, I guess a good way to sum up for those who might not be familiar with the DC lore, you only mate. Black Adam...
he's not wrong.
Black Adam is, got the Shazam powers before Billy Batson, and he has had these powers...
Oh yeah, I knew that. I watched the movie.
Yeah, he's had these powers for a long time. Unlike Shazam, though, or Captain Marvel, because, Marvel just bitches about their character names, Black Adam uses powers for revenge. And in a way, he accidentally created the sins and nearly destroyed the universe. As you do. So, he was banished off Earth, but one day he returned. I mean, his story's been changed up a bit. There's one story where he's been sealed away, but then he got reawoken. There's one where he left Earth. There's some where he was banished from Earth and was allowed to come back someday. The movie seems to be kind of blending a lot of stories. But no, Black Adam's one of those characters who became a villain, but similar to Venom, but then over time got popular enough to become an anti-hero. So he does help the Justice League out from time to time, but he's not the type of person to spare villains. He'll kill them if he wants to. Because, well, who's gonna fucking stop him? He has the powers of the Greek gods.
He's basically... if he's equal to Shazam, he's basically Magic Superman.
Just heard my door buzz. I'm just gonna check that because that might be a delivery.
Alright.
So, in a lot of different interpretations of Black Adam, he's either been regarded as a villain, anti-hero. A large majority of the time, though, he is mostly a rival to Shazam.
Yeah, and I actually heard he was originally planned to be in the Shazam movie, but Dwayne was like, no, keep him out of it.
I think I actually know the reason why for that. Because this is what I'm wondering, how are they going to do Shazam versus Black Adam? Dwayne has it contracted that he cannot lose a fight in a film. No, I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yeah, his agents have specifically... It's the same with Vin Diesel. That these people are not allowed to lose a fight in a movie. So, that's why I'm excited for Dwayne as Black Adam. That he said Black Adam's one of his favourite characters. But he is aware he's playing as the villain to Shazam. His rival. But, we could go over more of Black Adam.
To be fair to The Rock, when you get speared by a guy that can do this, I would be concerned too.
Alright, but before we can talk about Black Adam's stories and a lot more when his episode inevitably comes out. But what's his most requested episode? Well, it should...
Gee, I wonder who we could be fighting.
Well, surprisingly, his most requested fight isn't a Marvel... I'm just messing with you, of course. It's Apocalypse from Marvel.
Yeah, who else is it gonna be?
Yes, this is the part where I'm not entirely sure about. I know who Apocalypse is. I have seen that terrible X-Men film that... Man, what a short-ass guy. I'm just saying that. But,
well, one of his things is that he can actually make himself grow.
Yeah, the thing is...
Which he only does in Xavier's head.
Yeah, we could tear apart that movie as much as we can, but let's not for now. Okay, but that was my introduction to Apocalypse, and my first glance is like, he's not really that much of an interesting villain. But then when I looked into a little bit about what he originally looked like and his origin, I was like, okay, I never got this from the film. Because, hence the name, he is the most destructive, or at least at the time he was created, one of the most destructive X-Men villains of that universe. Until Magneto was just like, magnets! I don't have to explain shit.
And to be fair to Apocalypse, he's one of the leaders of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which does include Magneto.
Yeah, so what exactly is, like, aside the movie, but I'm pretty sure they changed a lot of Apocalypse in that film, from what I've heard. How powerful is Apocalypse if you guys have any knowledge on him?
Okay, here's what I got. Just to put it simple for you, I already referenced the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which include Charles Xavier, Magneto, and Storm.
Quite a deadly roster. So it's clear he's an Omega level mutant, right?
Oh yeah, he was the first ever mutant.
Yeah, I know that much of his origin. Similar to how Black Adam was, like, I think, the first Shazam.
And if that's not absurd enough for you, he once fought Jane Foster and regular Thor. So he fought both of the Thors multiple times.
Okay, he can already match a god, so it's not a stomp against Black Adam. If he can match a god...
Yeah, I've also heard, like, doesn't he have, like, insane healing, reality warping?
Reality warping?
I think I remember hearing that from somewhere. I can't remember where, though.
Interesting. Okay, continue, Sean.
Like, take that with a grain of salt. That might be BS.
Okay, well...
I can't remember.
If you mean resurrection and immortality of sorts, sure, mate, we'll go with that.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so he's immortal, okay.
I would agree.
Oh, so the idea of immortal, that he doesn't age, not that he's indestructible.
If a trace of Apocalypse's physical essence exists, he comes back.
Right, okay.
So if he gets completely disintegrated, he's dead.
Until the writers are like, now we'll bring him back.
Pretty much.
That's like comics in a nutshell. Like, oh, he's definitely dead until we say he's not.
Okay, I'm just looking up the X-Men wiki. 9 vulnerability, flight, teleportation, biomolecular alteration.
Oh yeah, wasn't that in the film where he can just like alter like the terrain and stuff like that?
Let's see, celestial energy generation.
As you do.
So energy absorption, force fields, projection, telepathy, telekinesis, immortality.
Wow. Okay, so I can see why he's an Omega level mutant. So it probably took all the X-Men, including the villains, to try and bring him down, right? Because if he's this powerful, like similar with Black Adam, it took the entire Justice League as well as some other heroes to beat him.
Okay, so his blood has properties too.
His blood as well?
Yeah. With only a drop of his blood gets into a vat of organs, blood, etc., he can rewrite the genetic code of the material within and form a new body of Apocalypse.
As you do. Okay, wow, where was this in the movie, Fox? Where was this Apocalypse?
Jesus Christ!
He sounds like one of the coolest villains ever. In the film, he was so bland and forgettable, and in this one, he's like, nah, I'm big shit.
Well, his whole gimmick, he wants to cleanse humanity.
Gee, we ever heard that before? Oh yeah, every villain in Marvel and DC ever.
It's more extreme.
Oh?
Let's see.
Because of the whole blood thing. Cleansing humanity and making it in his image. Literally.
He also has transmutation.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. I wouldn't go like that deep until it's confirmed. I do know one person who's really excited for it, though. So.
Oh, who is it?
Biffweed.
Ah, yeah, he's been pushing up for a long time. I think when he helped me out on Crossover X for like 2 episodes, Yeah, he did push. He wanted that fire, and I was thinking about doing it someday. But
Yeah.
if you've seen that channel's been long abandoned, then you know I never got around to that.
Yeah, Apocalypse is a pretty neat villain.
At least I did Boba Fett versus Predator before Death Battle.
Bro.
But yeah,
It's
honestly,
gonna be
yeah.
interesting to see how these two go, though.
Yeah, I mean, the DBX they did for it, it wasn't, anything on, like, Death Battle standards, but it was still a really fun episode.
I mean, they used the pyramid as a drill.
Yeah, that was sick. That just made me think of Boomstick's the what? Or the fuck? From
There's also Black Adam just holding Apocalypse above him and just repeatedly saying Shazam.
Oh, that's like an iconic moment where Shazam's done that to, like, Superman, and I feel like they're gonna do that. And honestly, being struck by the power of all the gods, like, oof. that's gonna hurt. But if he's taken on characters like Thor, and he's probably taken on other god-like characters before, like Zeus or Hercules. Probably Hercules, since he's an Avenger. And the Avengers did fight Apocalypse.
Well, we can
sense.
dive deeper into that once it's confirmed to be Black Adam versus Apocalypse, and that's something weird like Black Adam versus Raiden.
I'll be honest, I really feel like it's got to be this one, because Black Adam's other opponent requested was Goku Black, and in all honesty, if he couldn't defeat the Reverse Flash, he's not beating Black Adam.
Isn't Reverse Flash, like, more powerful just because of, like, Speed Force BS?
No, Black Adam's beaten Flash characters before. He defeated Barry Allen very easily, and
okay.
he's even kept up the Speed Force. Because I don't know what BS we can come up for Black Adam. Just Shazam! I ain't got to explain anything. I don't
Here's
know.
a fun question of the day for the comment section. What's more BS? Speed Force, Shazam, or spinach?
Well, no, that would just be Popeye, because other characters have eaten Popeye spinach, and he's still beating them.
That's true.
Still, leave your comment down below.
Toon Force. There we go.
Toon Force, yeah.
Which one is more BS?
Toon Force.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Apocalypse versus Black Adam, because honestly, I'm going to look into more about Apocalypse, because he seems like a cool villain from the comic standpoint, whereas movie one's a bit disappointing. That again, that's Marvel DC villains in movies in a nutshell.
Aside from Thanos and Loki.
And Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, one of the most iconic Jokers.
Also, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin.
Okay, true. I was about to disagree, but it's like, no way, it's Willem Dafoe. I can't disagree with that.
Also, Alfred Molina's Doc Ock.
And, all right, listen, we could go over great villains and bad villains all we want, but we're not talking about that.
We're talking about the great back half of that we're going to be getting, which I think we're almost done.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much, we've gone over the characters. There was no other tease.
We do have another potential tease.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. So, I heard that apparently Brandon did a little tease of his own. That being there is an episode in the second half that already has a commission track.
Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioning in our Discord chat. I'll be honest, people, that's a big list to go through, so...
Yeah. Now,
take a guess.
I've made a list of just matchups that I think are likely. But we can also separate them into like ones that would introduce new franchises, which is the point of the season. And, well, there's only one is one of the tease characters, but I don't know if that is going to be it. I would prefer it to be this, though. That just being Trunks versus Luminary from, I think, is that Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest 11.
There we go.
Yeah. We're not saying whether that was the revealed episode, but we're just saying that was one of Trunks' commission tracks.
That's his only commission track.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But,
Okay.
I think...
So, the list I have for all the commission tracks, at least ones that I think are likely to happen. If I don't name yours, I'm sorry. But opinions be opinions. And I will just address, as much as I'd be down for Ruby vs. TMNT, I don't think it's likely because we just had Blake in the last season.
Also, take these with a pinch of salt on your fries today.
No, they're going to be
That's
taking
true.
that when Trunks versus blank comes out.
Let's see. But amongst this list, I've got Joker versus Diorno, Ruby versus Marker, Galactus versus Unicron, Roboboy versus Jenny, Bill Cipher versus Discord, Bowser versus Eggman, Kyle Rayner versus Simone the Digger, Liu Kang versus Jago, Chaos versus Kyogre, Nora versus Ryan Hart, Palpatine versus Xehanort, Teddy versus Monokuma, Neo versus Toga, Ash versus Yugi, Marco versus Chie, Master Chief versus Doomslayer,
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Frieza versus Megatron, Spider-Man versus Miraculous Ladybug, and Reptile versus Riptor.
Okay, next time we're just put them on the clipboard, put them in our chat, and I'll just put that on screen.
Yeah, I'll have to copy and paste this again.
But yeah, so those are just who we think are likely, but we could be wrong. Maybe we're gonna have an idea we didn't even think of. Maybe the Predator's gonna come back and fight the Meta instantly, like Leo in his episode after he killed his brothers.
Nah. Watch it be something completely random, like say, I don't know, Yang versus Infernape.
Yang versus Infernape. That's a Yang
Yes,
matchup I've
that's
never
actually a
fought.
commission track.
That's actually a matchup I've never thought about. Okay, I'll be interested if they actually do that. Rip Yang, best girl. But yeah, I think we've covered everything now. We've talked about who we think is going to win between James Bond and John Wick. We've talked about the teased 3, and we talked about 2 of their most wanted matchups. The reason we don't want to talk about Trunks' most requested matchup is because it's a bit awkward to kind of talk about when we know what the episode's going to be,
Thanks, Steve.
God damn it, Steve. Although I should be clear though, Trunks is one of those characters that has a lot of highly requested episodes, so,
Also, if it is delinquent, which one do you want to kill Steve this time?
he's just going to come back.
No, it'll be satisfying. Who wants to do it?
Well, I killed him last time. I don't think any of you guys have actually killed him. I think it's just been me.
You made me edit you kill him once. That was it.
I suppose that counts as you killing him. Alright, mate. You're next on the Kill Steve list.
Well, that means Plush Blakers want to get involved, and oh, Christ.
Steve the Elephant versus your only mate's Plush Blake.
That's going to be a never-ending one, because he's just going to die for eternity.
Also, mate, I will warn you this. I tried to kill him with a gun. Bill tried to explode him, so hopefully Plush Blake's more creative than that.
I don't think you even want to know.
Alright then, but I think we should probably wrap up now, because it's 1:30, and mate, when was your movie?
It's like 3:30.
Okay, well, okay. I know it's not a complete rush, but, I do need to get to the pharmacy.
Okay, fair.
Okay, so, yeah, people, Let's Discuss Death Battle is back for a second half of blood, shed, and memes. Mostly memes. And hentai jokes. So, what did you think about the revealed characters, and what did you think about the next premiere of the second half of this season of Death Battle? Are you excited? Are you a bit disappointed because it's one of their oddball matchups for the two? Let us know in your comments down below. We'll read them for next time, unless I forget to, like I usually do. And with that said, your early mate, do your outro.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. If you did not enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe. Are you excited for James Bond versus John Wick? Like, what's most likely going to be Black Adam versus Apocalypse? Maybe Sauron versus the Witch King? Did I say that right? The Lich King?
You said witch.
Oh, whoops. Anyway.
Same thing.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Shawnee.
Thank you, folks, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this session of Let's Discuss Death Battle and Sean slowly becoming more awake as it went on. Let us know what you thought of the next time of Bond versus Wick and how did me and Bill do, because I honestly think that's our best 60 seconds we're ever going to do this season. And you can make fun of me if I'm wrong.
If Yang's watching, she's definitely gonna.
Probably.
If there's like one of 2 matchups that end up happening this season, then I'm going to do my best on each one of them.
And let us know your thoughts on the tease 3 musketeers. What matches you think there are, and what you think of our title for them.
Yeah.
That being said, thank you folks for watching. Go ahead.
Also, what matchup do you think it's going to be that already has a commission track?
I'm eyeing 2 specifically. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later. Fuck you, Steve.
Fuck you, Steve. And yep, thank you all so much for watching. And if you enjoyed what you saw here, be sure to share the video around, get the channel growing, and stick around. We'll have more for you in the future. Farewell, everybody.
A fucking pencil!